Can't tell you what I was going to tell you because it's not the right timing yet. Because you're not ready yet. Because you're not ready. In the opinion of people who make these decisions, you're not ready to know you do. So instead of that, I'm going to tell you something else that's it's not that it's censored, it's just that you're not ready. To become ready, you'll be ready when you're ready and you're not ready now. I don't know. Okay, so the thing that we're not going to talk to you about is can't help you. No, no, I can't help you because there's a bunch of topics that um, I can't tell you about because you're not ready. In order to get ready, I don't know. There's too many of you with different problems. Mostly what you have got too many problems with is brainwashing. You're as deeply brainwashed as those people who went to Guyana, South America with Reverend Jim Jones and drank, I don't know what it was, poison. You know, the phrase is they drank the Kool-Aid because they mixed poison with Kool-Aid and they all drank it. And that's, you would say, you must be really brainwashed to drink poison Kool-Aid. Well, they did, according to, mainstream news, which means it was, I don't know. I can't tell you if it happened or not because horrible things happen. Just because mainstream news lies about a lot of stuff doesn't mean that the horrible stuff that they report on isn't real or that similar but unreported horrible stuff, etc. No, this hat doesn't want. No, 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 no. No, I can't tell you a bunch of things because you're deeply brainwashed. Because, it's like, if you got a bunch of people that are willing to drink poison Kool Aid because they're totally into a cult of personality with the Reverend Jim Jones, well, you're in a cult of personality with medical science. A cult of personality is what they called the leadership program of Chairman Mao, the communist dictator of China, or Joseph Stalin, the communist dictator of the Soviet Union, now known as Russia, cult of personality in North Korea, cult of personality in Cuba with Fidel Castro, cult of personality with Hugo Chavez in Venezuela, etc., etc., etc. It's just Earth history is just nothing but tyrants. So Jim Jones had a cult of personality where people gave their personal power to make decisions about themselves to Reverend Jones, who gave them this joy juice. And you give your power away to what we call the medical system, medical pharmaceutical media system. That's what you do. Well, it's called iotropic medicine, but it's when doctors cause disease. Example. My friend was having trouble at work. Her boss said, I think gaslighting. Gaslighting was what happened to my friend. Her boss said, you're crazy. And unfortunately, this friend of mine went and told the doctor that. And the next thing you know, she was told she was bipolar and she was prescribed lithium. The lithium compound, it destroyed her kidneys. She had to go on kidney dialysis and she died young. So the doctor caused the death of her. And this is because, well, what you considered settled medical science is murder. So, Um, an incompetent product and an incompetent doctor and an incompetent medical system, incompetent science, incompetent oversight. I don't know, never ends. And then an incompetent media that didn't report the story. No report. No report in the media. So, back to, why I can't tell you what I can't tell you is because when we read, what happens is consciousness reads who's going to be watching this video, and they look to see, what you're all about, and you're too brainwashed for me to tell you too much more about the brainwashing that big pharma has done through big media and enormous salaries of doctors to convince you that you're a muggle. I have to go back to Harry Potter because if you watch, I don't know, I mean, it's ridiculous what humans, muggles look like in the Harry Potter movies. If you did a Google for, a clip of Harry Potter with his uncle's 100% muggle. And it's like not unfamiliar to us, but it's a disgusting man, most disgusting, vile creature. Horror. And, unfortunately, those are a lot of humans. They really are like that. They're disgusting. So, that's what it does. It makes you a muggle because you believe that you are a weak creature that is doomed to get sick and doomed to die. And there's a whole pile of stuff that's there set up to make sure that happens. In addition to all of this brainwashing, there's people that are actively making you sick with high-tech weaponry. And anybody that watches me knows that there's demons here. And the demons like to go and use horrible, horrible on me every day, all day long. At some point, my consciousness is expected to advance to the point where these things can't hurt me. Yes, it's true. And I don't know when or how or what are the details of it, but that's what my expectation is. I just expect that. I don't expect any help. Do I expect help? I could be helped. It could be helped. I mean, the most people that, if you wanted to help me, the best way you could help me is to raise your consciousness. Believe it or not, the very best thing you can do is don't worry about me at all and go into a deep meditation. And I don't know, spend half an hour in a deep meditation. That would do wonders to help me out. It would. It would. If you did that every day, it'd be a wonder. And if you managed to do all kinds of other inner work and you really, really, really raised your consciousness, then you could really help us all worldwide. Because if you raised your consciousness up to, I don't know, anywhere, the more you move up, the more the whole collective moves up. And if there's some people that are working really, 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 really hard to raise their consciousness, then if they pop up and they pop up to very high levels, like, if anybody hit 700, holy moly, they could make a huge difference in their community and worldwide, because a person at 700 can counterbalance a hell of a lot of demonic. So, it's really like you can help all of humanity more than you can imagine by you just hanging out at home and spending a lot of time meditating and working on various ways to raise your consciousness. So, the easiest ones that I always say is, for Christ's sake, don't eat any more meat. Don't buy any meat for anybody else as a present, neither. Ditto, don't drink any booze and don't buy anybody any booze. And then thirdly, the TV news, everything to do with the media and the news, I usually say just throw the whole fucking TV away, but you still might use the TV screen for something else. But generally speaking, even the Netflix and stuff, it's got to go. It's all crap. It's all crap. It's got to go. All that stuff, the movies and all that stuff, it's all got to go. So you might as well just say throw the TV away and everything related to, television. Because all those hours you waste, I don't know, you got to find something else to do with it, and I think you should meditate Like go for a long nature walk, or even go for a drive. I don't know, go for a 2 hour drive, go to drive to the far end of town, and I don't know, just seriously, go spend a lot of time by yourself. A lot of time by yourself. That was for the TV. Okay, what else do you need to know? And then the advantage of you raising your consciousness is, all kinds of personal benefits to you. No, things change for you, and it's not pleasant, but it's going to happen anyway. Because we're at harvest time. And, there's going to be an enormous change happening here on planet Earth, and I don't know if you're going to be part of it or not. But it's called the fifth dimensional Earth, and I don't know. Anyways, you can get ahead of the curve and prepare yourself for. We're expecting something beyond belief. I don't know, something incredible. An incredible change in consciousness means an incredible change in the world around us. That's what we're expecting at any time. Anytime. So, is it not going to happen? No, it is going to happen. Because you just do the work, and, you do the work, and you go to university, and eventually you could get a PhD. There's a hell of a lot of people who have been doing this inner work to raise our consciousness. A hell of a lot of people all over the world for decades and decades, in some cases. So, yeah, we put in the work, ergo there will be an effect called the fifth dimension. Now, the biggest question we have is whether you people that haven't done any work, whether you're coming to the fifth dimension or you're just going to go extinct. We don't know. And in the end, that's what we do. We just keep telling you, it's like in the Bible, the story of Noah, Noah was told, there's going to be this enormous change in the earth. And the only way you're going to survive it, Noah, you got to build an ark. Everybody else could see him building this ark. But nobody else built an ark. They all thought he was nuts. And then they're all dead. So who gives a flying fuck about it? Well, I don't want to tell you, because it's not easy to live with flying fuck people around. Because it just doesn't work that way. Because it's very difficult. Because the human society is dominated by people who ignore Noah. All the same, that's what we keep telling you. Get ahead of the curve. Because if you raise your consciousness, then you'll come to the fifth dimension. That's a way better earth than here. You can go look it up. So, sticking around in low vibe is going to make you sick, and either an extinction event, or if you do come to the fifth dimension, you're going to have an enormous purge in a very short period of time. I don't know. I think it's going to kill you. I really do. If you haven't prepared for the fifth dimension, if you've got to do all the purging at one time because you just got dragged into the fifth dimension, and all that shit that's a part of you doesn't belong, it's going to be enormous purging. It's going to make you so sick. You're going to be barfing and shitting for, I don't know, I think you're going to die. Because we've been doing that barfing and shitting over a long period of time, cleaning out our chakras. Decades and decades of cleaning out our chakras. And I'm still cleaning shit out of my chakras. So, for you to clean out your chakras in one fell swoop at the moment of, whatever when it happened, I think you're going to die. It's just, when we did all these purges over the years, multiple things. And crying, tears of crying, of release, all kinds of stuck emotions. And our emotional body, different astral body, stuff that you can't see, but you got to learn about it anyway, because it's part of all what you need to know about you. What are you? What's the nature of this body? Well, you don't study anything. You give away your power to the doctors and the damn television, and you're a moron, which means you're stupid, which means you're ignorant, which means, mostly you don't want to listen to me. Because you're still, you bet yesterday was, whatever it was, In my time period, yesterday was Christmas, and how many people ate turkey yesterday. But when, in the now moment when you watch this, I don't know. It's just that, that's what I just know. I mean, I don't, I've been on, I can't help you out. Okay, so what else do you need to know? Well, that's all I want to tell you. I think if you've been a meat eater, and all of a sudden something happens, a major shift in consciousness and a major change in the vibration of the planet, it's going to make you exceptionally sick. Because you're just going to have all this low vibe right in your body that you can't get rid of because you just ate all this meat. And it's just karmically toxic to you. So don't eat it. Why do we talk about this? Simply so you'll come to an understanding of why I find you repugnant. I can't stand to be around you. I mean, at some point I'm probably going to notice that you stink. Because that's what they used to say. They used to say meat eaters stink to people who don't eat meat. I don't know. You don't understand why it's so low vibe? I don't know. Have you watched? I don't know if there's any videos available of a meat packing plant. Showing, the actual killing of the animals. I mean, can you find that on YouTube? I don't know. I think you should go looking for it. I think you should go and look to see those animals actually being killed. Because you need to go and look at those animals and see, do those animals look like they're aware that they're about to be killed? Do they look like they're stressed? Because my father worked there at a meatpacking plant. And I asked him the question, did the animals know they're about to die? Yeah, he said they did. So, my opinion of it, it's a house of horrors and it goes on every day. The mass murder of those animals. I mean, seriously, someone murdered your dog or your cat, you would flip out. Wouldn't you? So, there's a lot of other beings that we don't know about that are part of planet Earth that know about the horrible, horrible slaughter of the animals. Other realms related to planet Earth. Anyways, there's a lot of humans that know about it, and they're, just every day. I don't know, the brainwashing is really hard to get over with meat because no one sees the slaughterhouse every day. I said before, at the grocery store, what should happen is you should have to watch a video of a pig being slaughtered at a slaughterhouse before you're allowed to buy bacon. I don't know. It's not going to work because people know. I know, but if you tell them right before, I think they would still buy the bacon. In my opinion, people would still buy the bacon. They would. Yeah, because people know. They accept it. The cost of, of life here on planet Earth is that other life's got to die. And, I can't tell you anyways. Anyways, it's just a very, very difficult, entrenched position of brainwashing. So if you're so brainwashed to believe that meat eating is ethical and moral, and, whatever your religious justifications of it, then you're not ready for all the other stuff that I want to tell you about. Because you're brainwashed and you're just going to flip out about it. And, I don't think you're going to change your opinion. So I'm waiting for you to die off with the great shift in consciousness, and then I won't have to worry about offending your feelings and your chosen opinions, because you're brainwashed, but after Donald Trump, that, the president called it fake news. That's the mainstream media. The president called it over and over again fake news. And that's where you get all that information about, the drugs that you need as a human being for all these diseases invented by big pharma and big medical. Well, because you're already having a reaction. Many people have a reaction when I say that. They're going to say, who the fuck are you? You're a doctor. I mean, seriously, that's what people are going to say. So, you're not ready to be deprogrammed. Because you're just not ready for that. Because you just don't have an open mind, and you don't even know the science of the existing big pharma science. You don't know it. You're stupid. You're an ignoramus with the existing scientific paradigm that you claim is settled science, and that's what you go with. And you don't even understand it. And that's an entrenched position because it's a herd mentality and you grew up with it. It's conditioned beliefs from the culture that you were born into. And Donald Trump called it fake news. But you're still brainwashed by it. Because in the end, it's fear driven. If it's a bad, whatever it is. It's like, that's what it is. And in the end, maybe it's just comfort. But you're brainwashed just as much as those people with Jim Jones taking his Kool-Aid. Because you take these pills and you don't know what the fuck's in those pills. You've taken Tylenol your whole life, I know, but even they warn you that, you take too many Tylenols and it's not good for various parts of your liver according to their science. Is it true? According to my science, no, it's not. Well, it's just because. Because once you start, I can't go too far. I don't know, because there's too many different variables in it. But you're not ready to be deprogrammed. When are you ready to be deprogrammed? Well, I don't know. On your TV, you need to get some masking tape. And what you need to do with masking tape, you see, this is what I leave it on, the fireplace channel. This is the TV, right? So what you're going to do is up here, you're going to get the masking tape and tape fake news right across here. And masking tape. And just put fake news. So every time you look at it, it says fake news to remind you. Because you need to come to a full and complete understanding of how deeply entrenched the brainwashing continues to be. 24/7, those CNN news networks with all the breaking news and bullshit and filthy lies and filthy lies and filthy lies. And, fear factor and fear factor and fear factor. And you gotta buy this and you gotta buy that. And you're going to get this horrible disease and then you're going to need this expensive drug. And then regular TV and Netflix, they show people who are muggles. Stupid muggles quite often, beyond stupid, really dumbed down. I don't know. Peg from Married with Children. I know it's a comedy, but when you watch it and you're intelligent, it doesn't make you laugh. It's really dumb and juvenile. And I know, but when you're 12 years old, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe it makes you, I don't know. I can't find it. I don't find it put down humor. That's what it is. It's all put downs. I don't know. It doesn't make me laugh. I never made me laugh when I was 12 either. I don't know. I didn't find it. It's not. There's no consciousness in it. Peg is dumb as shit. So I don't know. Boob culture, lads culture. I don't know. You grow out of it. You should anyway, shouldn't you? Shouldn't you grow out of lads culture? Shouldn't you? I mean, you're almost 60 years old and you're still drinking, a whole case of beer on a Saturday or something. Really? Well, alcoholism is a huge problem. An unbelievable, horrible problem that, it's ignored. It's encouraged. Because it's encouraged. I can't help you out too much. Did we get enough things going for you? You don't really want to know what I'm going to tell you because you're brainwashed. And your brainwashing calls your mind something called cognitive dissonance. That's where the existing stuff that you've taken as the God's gospel truth or settled science if you're an atheist, and that's in there, and that's what you hold to be the truth for you, and you're going to reject anything that goes against the existing programs because they're computer programs, and this is your biocomputer. Your brain is a biocomputer and you've programmed it. And Donald Trump told you it's fake news on TV. So you've programmed your brain with fake bullshit that came from fake news related to fake pharma, fake doctors, fake science, fake history, fake stories about extraterrestrials, fake stories about all kinds of shit, and suppressed information about what we're supposed to be all about. Well, we get clues. I mean, I talk about Wim Hof, the human potential. There used to be a movement, a human potential movement. Instead, I'm attacked by vicious, violent, fucking asshole people. Vicious, violent, horrible attack via remote control of some horrible. So, you got to just remember that they just love me to make videos. I have to make videos, and then they got to show you that they have me by remote control. So, it's not like you can keep putting this off, going to higher consciousness, because as they clamp down further and further on your human rights, when are you going to be attacked viciously by this horrible thing? Same way as I am. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that you're not. I don't know. I hear about a lot of people that are being attacked. Anyways, we had frantic this morning. Frantic attack on me. Vicious, frantic attack first thing this morning when I woke up. And, somebody on YouTube, one of the tarot card readers, said it's a sign that the organized darkness is on the ropes, and that's why they're doing like kamikaze attacks on us now, because that's what they're down to. But I've had horrible attacks over the years, and so I'm not going to say that's true. I won't confirm that. No, I don't think it's any different. Okay, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, if there are any questions that you have, don't hesitate to put them down. That's what people always say, they, even on letters, they always were taught that in English school. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. It's trite. That's what trite means. It's like, you don't want them to call, and when they read that, they ain't gonna call. So why do you put it there? It's because your English teacher taught you to put it there, maybe. Bad English teacher. Bad English. Because it's stupid. Why put that there? You read it, and it's just like, it just makes you a smarmy salesperson, doesn't it? Smarmy means just insincere, inauthentic, greasy, slimy, horrible vibration around them, just sickening. Like, I don't want to be near you. You're just greasy and gross.